Yo, what's good? It's your boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP. You know, out here doing my little daily walk routine or anything. But I want to make this video for you Canelo fans. Yeah, I said Canelo because that's what the fuck he is. Now, I done had some people get on here, on some comments on other videos talking about how, you know, I'm only, talking about Demetrius Andrade and the Charlo brothers because I'm black and I'm a closet racist. But that's funny because I'm not even that much of a Charlo fan. And if you go through anybody's comments and all that kind of stuff from back in the day, I was pretty much naming fighters who I thought could beat the Charlos. Demetrius Andrade was one of them. And it's funny how y'all call me these people try to call me a closet racist when one of my favorite fighters that's currently fighting today is Caleb Plant. Yeah, Caleb Plant. You got Terrence Crawford as my number one. You got Deontay Wilder as my number two. And number three, you got Caleb Plant. Oh, and I'm also a Teofimo Lopez fan. Huh. Ain't that something? Oh, I'm also an Alexander Usyk fan, even though I had to call him out on his little bullshit. And I'm also a Lomachenko fan. But I'm a closet racist though. But it's funny how y'all want to call me and other people that support, other blacks that support other black fighters and all that kind of stuff. It's funny how y'all want to call us closet racists, but y'all do the same when it comes to y'all ethnicity when it comes to boxing. And y'all talk bad and even put out racist comments about, Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, the shit y'all used to say about Floyd and all that kind of stuff. But y'all want to talk about us. And that brings me on to another point, how y'all want to talk about the LDBC, how we only support black fighters. Like I said last time I checked, most of the people I know in the LDBC support Caleb Plant. You got me and Black Fight Fan who like Lomachenko. There's other fighters that we support that's not black, but because even some black channels from America and overseas that just like to clout chase and start mess and all that kind of stuff. Y'all even try to say that we're just a pro-black channel. Really, so even if we was a pro-black channel, which we're not, what does it matter? You got white fans that support white fighters. Y'all don't say nothing about them. You got a whole lot of Mexican fans that support only Mexican fighters. Y'all don't say nothing about them. You got other races that support their race in boxing. Y'all don't say nothing about them. But the moment a black person supports another black fighter, oh, y'all racist. And you black channels that be doing that stuff just to get views and all that kind of stuff, y'all are fucking clowns. Now, not only when it comes to race stuff, but you channels that, you know, want to discredit, even when y'all know it's a lie and you can't prove it, you still discredit people, like how y'all try to discredit Deontay Wilder, how y'all like to try to tear down Earl Spence. Y'all do that just to get views because that's the popular thing to do. Channels like Counterpunch. I'm gonna bring up him, Counterpunch. Yeah, I got an issue with you, bro. I got a real issue with you. You like to counter with your opinions and speculations and half truths. That's not gonna work. If you're gonna talk about a situation, talk about the whole thing as a whole. Don't pick and choose what you want to talk about just because it fits your agenda or it panders to your base so you can get views. That makes you a fucking clown. Man, this shit's just crazy. And back to you Canelo fans and all that kind of stuff. One guy talking about people calling Canelo steroid cheat and all that kind of stuff. He gets on there and he's talking about, well, Canelo's never taken a steroid. Please show proof of when he took a steroid. Which he's true. What he said is true. Canelo never took a steroid because clenbuterol is not a steroid, but it has steroid-like properties, which makes it a PED. So even though it's not a steroid, it's still a performance-enhancing drug, and it's still on the banned substance list. And in the United States, clenbuterol is only approved for the treatment of airways in horses. And outside of the United States, it's only approved in subscriptions for asthma. And it has a deadly side effect where it's bad on your heart and can cause heart attacks, which we all know results in deaths in most cases. Like, if you're gonna make asinine statements and comments, at least know what you're talking about. I mean, this people is just being stupid these days. They wanna say one was talking about Floyd and all that kind of stuff. How Floyd ain't never fought no prime fighters, and he was only fighting fighters that was on the downslide and almost on their way out. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Now everybody know I'm the biggest Money Mayweather critic, but in his Pretty Boy Floyd days, he fought everybody, bro. He was fighting people. You can't discredit Diego Corrales, Emmanuel Gustis, Zab Judah. I mean, some other fighters off in there. You can't discredit them, bro. I mean, look at Canelo. That he done fought fighters on the downslide and on their way out. I mean, look, Triple G. He fought him the first time. He was at the beginning of a downslide. Sergey Kovalev, downslide. I mean, look at most of his big wins as against fighters that's on their downslide, or fighters that's not all the way there. You want to tell me Ricky Hatton's brother was at the top? You want to tell me Miguel Cotto, who I still think gave him a good fight, and it might just be me. Hell, I think Miguel Cotto won that fight, just like I think Alton Trout could have got the nod against Canelo, and how I believe that Lawler was robbed. But y'all don't want to talk about that. No, y'all don't want to talk about that. And I had a fool say Demetrius Andrade don't deserve no fight with Canelo Alvarez because he hasn't fought nobody, and Selecki, Selecki's just not gonna cut it. Which I find funny because Selecki was good enough for um, Daniel Jacobs to get a shot. He fought Selecki and then went on to fight Demetrenko, who both Canelo and Triple G ducked for the same belt. Triple G ducked him and got stripped of the IBF title, which I think Daniel Jacobs got the fight for that. He worked his way back up when Canelo had the IBF title, and Canelo and Golden Boy ducked him, and he was stripped of the title. Which this time Triple G had no choice but to fight him because he wasn't going to be allowed to duck a second time because he had to secure that belt to possibly get a third fight with Canelo. See, y'all acting just like these Anthony Joshua fans now. Hell, most of y'all might even be worse than these Anthony Joshua fans because y'all are just outrageous with the protection and all that kind of stuff. It's so bad that you got sanctioning bodies literally out here protecting Canelo Alvarez. But, that's just my thoughts today on these Canelo fans and the state of boxing and all that kind of stuff. Oh, hold on. Before I forget, the situation about Patrick Day. I have a homie of mine that I watch and I'm cool with. Yeah, he be trying to bash us here in the LDBC, but he made a video yesterday trying to say that the LDBC are hypocrites because we had no coverage or anything, no updates or anything about Patrick Day. And I asked him, what channels have you been watching? Was you watching all of them or just the ones you know? And I also have a question is why are you worried about, what we covering and all that kind of stuff? And if we covering Patrick Day, why haven't you been covering Patrick Day? Why was you waiting to see what we was doing and you not doing it? Oh, y'all hypocrites. Y'all not covering this. You're not covering it. Only reason you covering it on that video was trying to discredit the LDBC. But before that, you was not covering it. So if we wasn't covering it as you feel, even though you didn't watch every single channel, but if we wasn't covering it as you feel, you wasn't covering it either. So that's like the pot calling the kettle black. And it's funny how when it comes to the LDBC, we don't always agree with each other. But when it comes to the LDBC, y'all all try to put us in the same pot. Oh, the LDBC this, the LDBC that. We don't all agree with each other. You can't put us all in the same pot. You got some that ride with Spence. You got some that ride with Terrence Crawford. I mean, you got some that like Lomachenko. You got some that don't like Lomachenko. You can't put everybody in the same pot and all that kind of stuff. Now you're stereotyping. And you do that, to me, how I feel is you do that because you get views, because it's popular to try to shit on fighters like Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, maybe Terrence Crawford, the Charlo brothers, Demetrius Andrade. Even some of y'all be trying to shit on Caleb Plant too. So it's not just black fighters. Y'all be trying to shit on a lot of other fighters just because y'all don't like them. Really don't even have a reason to like them. But the fighters that y'all do like don't give two shits about y'all. When's the last time Canelo gave y'all an interview? When's the last time Anthony Joshua gave y'all an interview? And I'm a former Triple G fan, but this got to be, when's the last time Triple G gave y'all an interview? Like I said, Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. But when it comes down to it, when's the last time my boy Terrence Crawford gave us an interview? We get Bomac, but when's the last time he gave us an interview? Like, come on now. But like I said, this is my boy. This is my boy. Calling myself my boy. You know I'm in love with myself. But this is your boy, the Expert Genius, aka XP. This is just my thoughts on these asinine casuals in the boxing fan world. I mean, it's just pathetic. It's too damn pathetic. But until next time, shout out to the mighty LDBC, and I'm out.